What's up, guys? So tonight I wanted to do something a little bit different than what I've been doing with my YouTube channel. And I wanted to make a video that was a lot more personable. And I really wanted to talk to entrepreneurs who are really struggling with breaking into their niche, finding clients, selling products, whatever it is. I think that what I'm about to share with you will actually be very helpful for you. So I'm gonna just go ahead and jump right into it. So it is currently 3:30 a.m. and I just finished editing content and like publishing stuff or whatever. So I wanted to do this before I went to sleep. But today I wanted to talk to y'all about how I actually started making $1,000 online consistently, and one of the reasons why is because I think so many people make content about how to make 10 figures, how to make six figures, and how to make all this money, but nobody's really making content about how to just make your first $1,000 online consistently. And in hindsight, I don't think that it was as hard as I thought it was going to be. I think that in the beginning, I spent a lot of time overcomplicating the process. And in between, I would figure out, little things here and there that actually worked up to the point that I was able to start generating, 200 plus leads a day through Twitter. So I just want to share some tips that I learned over the last 5, 6, 7 years or so of actually using the internet to make money. So the first thing that I want to share with you guys is I didn't really have much luck using sites like Upwork and Fiverr, and like those freelancing sites and stuff. I had a little bit of luck. I was able to get like a couple of quality clients from there. Sorry. Yeah, like I said, I'm very tired. But the majority of the money that I made was actually not from those sites. The majority of my clients actually came from social media, especially from Twitter. Now, the way that I personally was able to do this was by learning content marketing. And I know you might be like, I'm posting on social media and it's not working. I wasn't just like posting pictures of my products, and I wasn't posting flyers that I was having sales and stuff. I was educating and nurturing people, and I was contributing to conversations that was already happening on social media. So when I first started really like trying to break into this space of making money online, I was doing career building, right? So I was like writing resumes and cover letters and helping people like navigate job applications and things like that. So I was like, okay, I need to break into these spaces. I need to be networking and talking to recruiters. And I need to be networking and talking with people who are already respected. So I sat down and I made a list of 100 accounts that I need to engage with regularly. That was step one for me. The second thing was I started doing keyword research, and I made a list of like 300 words that I needed to stay up to date on Twitter, and I needed to stay up to date on the conversations that were being had. That way, when I saw a tweet going viral that was relevant to what I was trying to make money in, I would be in that tweet adding value, and I would be under that tweet furthering the conversation for what the original tweeter said. So, for example, somebody could have made a tweet and they would have been like, "Don't call yourself a customer service representative. Call yourself a client account representative, blah, blah, blah." And I would have been like, "Don't call yourself that, call yourself this." And I would have dropped like five other things that you could have put on your resume instead. So I wouldn't discredit what they were saying. I would just kind of add to it. I wouldn't spam and be like, "Well, I'm a resume writer and y'all should check out my services. My services cost X, blah, blah, blah." I wasn't doing that, because if you optimize your profile the right way, you optimize your name on social media, you have a great profile picture, a great header. At the time, I didn't even have a website, right? I just had a price list. That's just to tell you like where I was really starting at in 2017. I just had a price list, and I was taking money via Cash App and PayPal, and that was it. That was it. I wasn't really doing anything special as far as branding. When I wasn't even thinking about branding, I wasn't thinking about a logo, I wasn't thinking about a website. The first website I actually had was actually horrible. So, do I think that all of those things are necessary to make money? 100% now at the point that I'm at in my journey as a business owner. But if you would have asked me in 2017 if I thought it was necessary, nope, because I was making money without it. And I remember when I really, really got serious in 2018, that summer, I was like, all right, I want to start having like, because before this, I was making, a couple $100s online. But that summer in May, I was like, all right, I need to get serious and I need to come up with a strategy about how I'm going to get, consistent reviews, because I need to have like, 5 to 10 people tweeting about me consistently every single week about how awesome my services are and how much I'm helping them. So I decided to host a giveaway. But in the process of me hosting a giveaway, I was like, I'm not just going to give away my services and I don't really get anything out of it. So I made everybody guarantee. Okay. I made everybody guarantee that they would actually take the time to tweet about it. To also tag 5 people when they tweeted about me, to use my company hashtag as well. And to also say that they highly recommend me. I was very specific about how I wanted people to tweet about me and what I wanted people to say. So in the process of doing that, I was like, I'm going to give away 1 resume service. And then my followers at the time were like, just 1. And I was like, you know what? You're right. That's not enough. So I said, I'm going to give away 5. And when I said I'm going to pick 5 people to do resumes for, I believe like 20 people entered the giveaway, right? 20 people isn't a lot of people, but it was enough for me at the time. So that month, I did those resume services at the beginning of the month for those 5 people. I had those 5 people all tweet about me. I had one person tweet about me every single day for a week straight. That following week, I was booked, right? That following week, I had made like 2 sales every single day. And I just kept, being consistent and asking people like, can you tweet about me? Can you talk about how much you love this service? Can you use my company hashtag? Can you say it like this? Can you tag friends? Can you start tagging me in posts that you see on your timeline about resume writing if you thoroughly enjoyed this service? I always let people know it's not mandatory, it's not necessary, but I would greatly appreciate it as a small Black business owner trying to get myself off of the ground and trying to get myself started. And the level of authenticity and transparency that I had was honestly what just made people fall in love with my brand and what I was doing. So in the process of doing that, I decided to do the giveaway at the end of May. I did it the first week of June. In June, I made $500 online. And that was my first month making like $500 online with this new business venture. And I was like, okay, all right, if I can make $500 online, then I think that I could do better. So in July, I partnered up with somebody else and we hosted like this small virtual event, and we both spoke for like 20 minutes each on live, and I talked about like career building and resume writing and stuff like that, and they talked about like interview coaching and things like that. And that was the only event that I did. But that month I also made it a point to drop 2 threads every single week. And then I made it a point to engage with 20 Twitter accounts that were discussing things that were relevant to my niche every single day for a month. The month of July, I made $1,000 online just by doing those simple things. So July, June, August. So in August, I was like, all right, if I got $1,000 by engaging with 20 accounts and hosting 1 virtual event with 1 person, I'm going to start trying to go live, and I'm going to try to drop 2 blogs, and I'm going to try to drop 2 threads a week, and I'm going to keep engaging with 20 accounts a day. Doing that, I started making $2,000 a month. By the time October or November came, I was already up to like $7,000, $8,000 a month, just by following that strategy. And I got so booked and so busy to the point I started hiring contractors, and I had to get an assistant because I was still working my full-time job and I had all these orders coming in. And then at the end of November, I had this tweet go super viral. I mean, the tweet got over 500,000 likes and shares, and it was literally about resume writing. And I still didn't have a website when this happened, right? So I shared the tweet, and I just went on, like my promotional thing. I dropped examples of resumes that I had did within the thread. I kept educating them, kept nurturing them. And at the end, I dropped my price list, and I was like, if you're interested in these services, here's my price list. Feel free to DM me. I'll try to respond to you within the next 48 hours, if not sooner. literally got over 250 inquiries in my DM. And I was so booked that I didn't take time off for like 8 weeks. So I was literally booked from October throughout like the next January. I even ended up quitting my job at that time. I quit my job, I think like the second week of November in 2018. And it was so scary, but I knew that I was never going to make $8,000 a month working at my job. It just wasn't gonna happen. I knew that I was never going to amass any like real success trying to hold on to this job that's paying me $14 an hour. And it's like I'm grateful for this job and this opportunity. I had never even had a job pay me $14 an hour, because before that job I was a waitress, right? And I was making decent money as a waitress. I was making more than $14 an hour as a waitress. I'll add that. But I had never had an hourly job pay me $14 an hour and give me benefits. I had also been a general manager before, so I had a salary before. But it was just different because this job didn't require as much as being a general manager. But I still went through a lot at that job, and that really motivated me to really be like, all right, I gotta get my hustle on. I gotta get up and go. So I wasn't out cold calling. I wasn't out going door to door. I wasn't out passing out flyers. I wasn't out passing out business cards. I was online every single day. I was engaging with 20 to 30 accounts a day. I was making sure that I was commenting on and adding value to as many educational tweets and threads as I possibly could to position myself as an expert. I was making sure that I was networking with people who were having these relevant conversations. I was also making it a point to drop 2 to 3 Twitter threads per week. I was blogging and I was dropping, 2 to 3 blogs per month. And I was also adamant about asking people for reviews and following up with people about these reviews. And I was giving people such amazing customer service that they felt compelled to leave the reviews on their own. And that's honestly how I got to the point of making $1,000 a month consistently. And since I have started my journey, I have not dropped below making $6,000-$7,000 a month consistently. The best month that I've had so far, you wouldn't believe me if I told you. So it really doesn't matter. But I've made well into 5 figures a month consistently online. And a slow month for me is still at that $7,000 mark a month for me. So even on a slow month, I'm still very comfortable with my lifestyle. And that's why I wanted to make this video, though, honestly, because I think that a lot of the times we think making $1,000 a month consistently is hard. It's not hard. It just takes a good strategy. So I really need you to commit to sitting down and writing out a strategy. How many accounts do you plan to engage with? How many Twitter threads do you plan to drop a week? Are you going to blog? If so, how often can you blog? And how often can you create valuable blogs? What is it going to take for you to build an email list? And what are you going to send your email list twice a week to stay relevant and on their mind, besides sales posts and product-based emails, to actually try and get them to buy stuff from you? I want you to think really deeply about these things. And your strategy could be simple. Your strategy could be one page. Your strategy could be like, I'm going to drop 2 Twitter threads a week. I'm going to engage with 10 accounts a day. I am going to send 2 emails a week to my email list. One is going to be promotional and one is going to be educational to nurture them. I am going to save my best content for Fridays, since that's payday, and I'm going to host a payday sale on Fridays. I'm going to try and find one individual every single month to host a virtual event with, who does something similar to me, but not the exact same thing. And I'm going to document the data to see if this is working, and I'm going to stick with it for 90 days. And if it doesn't work, I'm going to go back to the drawing board and I'm going to try something else, and I'm going to keep tweaking it and keep tweaking it and keep tweaking it until I get it right. And that was all that I did. I just kept tweaking it. I literally became hyper fixated on getting it right. And if my numbers were not matching up halfway through the month, I would be like, hold on, let's take a step back. Let's look at what I'm doing wrong. Is my content quality going down? Am I too busy? Do I need to outsource some of this work so that I can focus on content and marketing and get my sales up to where I need them to be? And there were a lot of sacrifices that I had to make in the process. And sometimes things weren't perfect, you know, and sometimes I had to give people refunds. But in these 6 years that 6 or 7 years, I don't know now how long I've been doing this, I've probably only given like 5 to 10 refunds, honestly. And I just don't think that that's bad for how long I've been doing this. But yeah, like that is really like the best advice that I can give you is really learning like how to develop a very simple marketing strategy that's easy to follow, that's going to work around your full-time work schedule, and that is sustainable long term for you. If you don't have time to sit there and blog every week, don't put that in your marketing strategy. If you don't have time to sit there and email your list 5 times a week, don't put that in your marketing strategy. If you don't have time to be on Twitter every single day engaging with 40 accounts, don't put that in your marketing strategy. Only put things that you can realistically do. Only put things that you actually are going to make time to do, because it is going to make it so much easier to get to where you want to be. And it is literally how I made $1,000 a month consistently. Now, when it came to me making $10,000 a month, that was a completely different journey, a completely different process when it came to scaling. But at a very simple and basic level, I had to figure out what my marketing strategy was going to be, what I had time for, what I could commit to for 90 days, and how I was going to track the data to ensure my success, and just keep doing it over and over and over and over again. And that was it. I wasn't making videos. I wasn't doing dances on Vine. I wasn't making skits online. That was it. I was just making valuable content on Twitter. I was talking to the right people. I was doing my keyword research. I was dropping Twitter threads and blogs. And I had a price list, and I was accepting orders on Cash App and PayPal. And that was it. That was it, guys. I kept it very simple. And even to this day, I try to keep it simple. Even though I have multiple websites and I have multiple products and books and mugs and all of these different things that I sell, I still try to keep it simple. It might not look simple to you from the outside looking in, but for me, very simple. Very simple. But I've also taken years to get to this point. And it was just really on my heart to make this video for you guys tonight, because we are going into a new month. And yesterday I tweeted and I said that January and February were trial periods for 2022, and the new year actually starts on March 1st. So to help you get ready for the new year, I want to help you get ready to start making $1,000 a month consistently. So if I don't help you do anything else this year in your business, I want to help you make $12,000 this year. So if you want to see more content like this to help you get off the ground and hit the ground running, if you want to see more about how I actually make marketing strategies for small startup companies, and what my marketing strategy actually looked like, what my schedule will look like, and how I was actually doing this around my work schedule, let me know. Like, I'm more than happy to create more content like this. I want to help you. I really do. I want to help you. I know everybody can't afford to pay to work with me one-on-one. I know everybody can't afford to buy my books, and that's okay. You know, sometimes people hit me up and they're like, I only got $40 in my bank account, Ty. And I'm like, baby, it's okay. You know, I'll help you however I can. Here's some free resources. So I'm making this video for people who are in spots like that. All of us don't have money. I know when I started my business, I started with $200. I didn't have no money. I was living at home in my mama's house. I didn't have nothing. I could barely afford my car note when I first started my business. So, and you know, in hindsight, I just can't believe how far I've come. Honestly, like, it is so amazing what a good strategy and consistency and determination and discipline can do for you. So if I can help you do anything this year, I want to help you accomplish even a fraction of what your wildest dreams think that you can do, because I know that making an extra $10,000, $12,000 this year is going to be life changing for so many. Making $1,000 a month consistently can help you pay your rent. Like, just being able to pay your rent with your business, being able to pay your car note from your business and your car insurance every single month, being able to build an emergency fund, that's life changing for the majority of Americans. And if I can help you do that, I want to. So if you enjoyed this video, make sure you hit the like, follow me, comment down below and let me know what was the most helpful thing. And make sure you share it on Twitter and tag me at The Marketing Bully.